Hello, this is Daryl Leary, and I'm out flying my DJI Mavic Mini. And as you can see on this video, if you look to the left of the screen, at the bottom left, you can see a map of Hermitage Park in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And you'll see a yellow dot. And that yellow dot is going to move on the map in relationship to where the drone is moving in the video. So it's like a little radar map, if you will. And I added 65% translucency to the map so it doesn't take away from the video itself. It's a new concept that I'm exploring. And if you look to the right, the bottom right, you'll see the the drone telemetry GPS data, and it's got the horizontal speed, the vertical speed, the altitude from the ground in feet, the distance the drone has traveled from me, and the coordinates in decimal degrees. And I also added the date and a timestamp. So I've flown the drone before in Hermitage Park, but today I wanted to do something a little different with this video because I had flown the drone in Hermitage Park before. So I thought I would add the map with the drone position. You can see the yellow dot moving on the map at the bottom left in relationship to the map there as the drone moves. So I thought I would take this drone video to another level, and yeah, so this was on August 5th, 2020, of course. And I thought this would be like a really cool drone video to add a new gauge. You know, the map itself is the new gauge. So, and it took a little. It took about an hour to design the map gauge for the drone's position. And that's North Saskatchewan River that you're looking at there. And here I am coming closer towards these power lines, but when you're flying a drone, it can look like you're really close to something, but at the same time, you're actually like 10 or 15 or even 20 feet away from it. You know, so when you're looking at the screen while you're flying the drone, or even a video of the drone video, like objects appear closer than they are. So my idea here was to fly all the way along the length of Hermitage Park, and just capture the view flying over all these lakes that line up along the length of the park. Oh, you can see two people paddle boarding at the bottom right there. That's cool. And we're actually, my wife and her daughter are having a social distancing birthday. It's her 30th birthday, her daughter Ashley. Right there where those three trees are that are at the bottom. So, oh, you can see a person walking down the trail with their dog. There was a lot of people at Hermitage Park that day, and there was a number of photography and video experiments I wanted to do. So I was also working on I had my 3D 360 camera, and I was working on doing a concept video with 3D 360 video with GPS overlay. And I also did a photosphere, a 360 picture, 233 feet up in the air with the drone, and uploaded that to Google Maps or Google Street View. I've never actually walked down to this area where that little dock is. And I experimented with taking some 3D drone pictures, and I also experimented with using the drone for photogrammetry. Basically flying in a square perimeter around a region in Hermitage Park with the camera down at a 37-degree angle to take a series of pictures, and then I feed them into photogrammetry software and create a 3D model of that section of the park. So yeah, it was a busy day for me, for sure. I finally got over my fear of flying over water. That was something that scared me for a while. You can see in the background the oil refineries. They stretch all the way from the top left, just past the center top, and then if you were to look to the right, you would see downtown. So I'm coming back, and it was a bit breezy. The winds were about 11 miles per hour, but I didn't have any strong wind warnings on the drone, so that was pretty good. And I actually flew at a low altitude of 249 feet for most of this video, because I wanted to take this video and create a 3D drone video from it. So that's where I would take this video, take a clip from it, for example, and then I would have a copy of that same video, and it'd be like a side by side, and the right side I would advance a few frames, because as the drone's moving, it's grabbing a different perspective of the park. And 3D is always when you have a different perspective on the left side and a different perspective on the right side, and that gives the 3D that you see with your eyes. So the 3D drone video is what I'm going to work on next for YouTube. But all my video and photography experiments worked out. But they did take a lot of work. So and it was a little tricky taking off from the spot where we had our picnic set up for Ashley's birthday, because it was surrounded by a series of trees, and I usually like to take off from like big open spaces, but yeah. But once I was in the air, once I figured out on the map, exactly where we were, then I got used to flying the drone from our position. Right here, I actually wanted to go over, like above these power lines and go over, but I wasn't sure how high these power lines were, so I just wanted to creep up to them and just take a closer look without flying the drone into the power lines. And it's a good thing they have these little red and white cones. I saw those. They were quite visible on the screen when I was flying. But I think this is a neat area. There's a lot of interesting geography in Hermitage Park. This is honestly my favorite park. I also really enjoy Rundle Park in Edmonton too because they've got the fountains there, and I would love to fly the drone over the fountains, but the city has decided to turn off the fountains to save money. So, and there is downtown in the top middle section there. It's, and what I actually did with this video is I actually recorded this video in 2.7K. So that's about twice the resolution of full HD, which is 1920 by 1080. And then I rendered this video in at 60 megabits per second. So I don't know if that enhanced the quality of the video, but I'm hoping it did. And I think, yeah, I love that lake with the 2 islands in it. That's really cool. There was actually, there's actually a bunch of geese, and I'm gonna try to capture them in the drone video. And they're all situated across the road from where we're having our little picnic. But of course I didn't want to fly the drone too close to the geese, you know. I try to respect the wildlife where I can, you know. I don't want to scare them. And I also don't want a bird flying into my drone. It's, so I probably would have flown even lower, like maybe 100 feet or 150 feet, if I felt more confident that, you know, a bird wouldn't attack the drone. So I think right here in the video, I'm going to start coming down, and I'm going to try to focus on this flock of geese that you can see in the center bottom of the screen here. And you can see a few geese wobbling around. There they are. Yeah. I'm about 70 feet above the ground right now, and there's the geese. Wow, look at all those geese, eh? That's crazy. And there's a crow on the picnic table. Look at all those geese. That's insane. You know, at a certain height, they all look like a bunch of tiny little bugs or something, you know? And geese are probably my favorite thing to shoot aside from squirrels. I really enjoy shooting like squirrels. Squirrels are really cute. And there's our picnic. There's a family that was having a picnic beside us. And there's my wife Deborah at the picnic table, and Ashley sitting in her chair, and there I am, giving the peace sign, wearing my mask because we're in a pandemic. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drone up to just below 400 feet and do a nice rotate the drone to get a nice panoramic shot. And after this drone video is actually when I took a series of like 17 different photos, and I stitched them together to make a photosphere or a 360 picture 230 feet above the ground. So, but you don't see that in this video. So I'm taking the drone up, and away. And this DJI Mavic Mini really takes beautiful pictures and beautiful video. Like the colors are just dead on. You know, it just has beautiful vibrancy to it. And I'm at 371 feet, and now I'm gonna start panning across. And I'm in cinematography mode, but I was flying across Hermitage Park in sport mode, so about 18 miles per hour. But there we go, a nice little pan. And I've also been shooting aerial photos of with the drone for Google Maps. So that's something I'm also passionate about, is Google Maps. Oh, you know, everything looks a lot cleaner from way up high because you don't see all the garbage on the ground. Oh, that's funny. And actually, me and my wife are planning to move close to Hermitage Park. That's my dream, is to live by this park, so that I can spend most of my time just doing video and photography projects in Hermitage Park. So I'm coming back down. There's a lot of clouds in the sky that day. Well, thank you for watching my video. I'm Daryl Leary. Take care.